to another session on online promotions. Pleased to be here today. We've got some really exciting information to share and really timely as we start off 2013. We're going to plan a contest promotion calendar that's really going to drive a lot of revenue, help you grow your database, and certainly grow your audience in 2013. So we've got great case studies, including a feature case study on how Gatehouse Media drove over $3 million from contests in 2012, a program that started about a year ago that we're going to be sharing with you. So we'll jump right into the presentation here. Just very briefly who we are. At Second Street, we're very fortunate to work with a lot of different partners, and we really focus on online promotions. We have You Pick 'em, a contest platform, Deadline Deals platform. We have our eBlast engine platform for email. All those things really go together to allow media companies to focus on online promotions. We're very fortunate to work with a lot of media companies as a whole. We work for 2,800 local media partners, or I shouldn't say local, media partners as a whole, all across North America. And to date, we've executed well over 60,000 contests with partners, and that's what we're going to really focus on today with over 1,600 partners as a whole. I'm joined today by our contest guru at Second Street and at Second Street Lab, Julie Foley. Julie was a partner of ours, and for the last 4 years has been working with our network of media companies across North America to help them drive contest success. And I'm very pleased to have Julie on the phone with me. Julie, you there?
Guys, yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Okay, terrific. So let's jump right into talking a little bit about what our agenda is going to be. We're going to talk a little bit about why contests, why plan, and that's really going to be the focus of what we're doing today. We're going to talk about how Gatehouse is driving millions of dollars from contests. We're going to give you some real insight into that. Talk about Planet 365, which is an approach that any media company can use to drive terrific results from contesting, and share some different resources I think will be really helpful to you as a whole. Questions is why contests and why promotions as a whole, and I always like to share this slide. This is from Burrell Associates that looks at online advertising and online promotions, and this is a unique slide because it looks backwards the last 4 years and then looks forward 4 years into 2016. And what you see is the blue bar is online advertising, and you can see that that's a very big market, really about $40 billion, but one that's somewhat stagnant looking back 4 years and looking forward 4 years. The growth is in promotions, things like contests. The Internet's such a lean-forward medium that people have the ability to engage advertisers by entering contests, sharing contests, voting in contests, things like deals and email marketing and other things. That's where action increasingly is with advertisers, and you are seeing tremendous growth, really from 2008 to at about $13 billion, projected to be over $72 billion in 2016. But contests are a big piece of that, and we think they need to be part of your strategy heading into next year. What they do is they help you really drive awareness. They help you build audience. We'll hear a lot about that today. They help you drive revenue. We're going to hear certainly a lot about that today. And then they also give you the gift that keeps giving, where they help you email and also social database. And the larger the database becomes, the more successful your contests and promotions are in the future, along with many other aspects of your operation as a whole. Plan gives you the opportunity to approach your key advertisers, so they can, when they're setting their marketing budget or they're doing the planning for the first 6 months or the second 6 months of the year, they can know that you've got an opportunity coming up to you. So rather than being reactive, you want to be proactive in outreach. It also helps you and your team set goals and then have a plan and the ability to have a plan to execute on those goals and be successful as a whole. And it really allows you to build out that right promotion calendar that goes along with your sales and contest calendar. as a head. And we find that our partners who execute plans, and it doesn't take very long, as we'll talk about today, to come up with a plan that makes sense for you, come out so far ahead of the competition in terms of ROI that it's really a no-brainer to take this kind of approach. So when you plan, you're gonna really, first and foremost, we'll talk a lot about this today, focus on revenue, focus on choosing the right contests for your magazine, and we're going to talk about what are the right steps you need to take to make sure that you're taking advantage of your plan to plan ahead and put yourself in a position for success. So planning for both individual properties as well as groups. The Gatehouse example we'll talk today is about how a group of very small publications has been successful, but we see huge opportunities for individual properties as well. One media company out in San Diego, California, is the UT San Diego. They've had tremendous success with contests over the last several years, and it really goes to their dedication to planning around it. They've got a dedicated contest team that meets on a regular basis. They do an annual plan. They put together a calendar of contests that they intend to run. Doesn't mean that they don't opportunistically look for other contests in response to events that happen or other marketing opportunities or advertisers' needs. But they have a plan that they get involved in. It's a plan that combines both sweepstakes as well as user-generated content contests, such as photo contests and video contests, essay contests. And they really have a plan to take advantage of contests across the board, have revenue, but use it to grow their audience and revenue as a whole. They have a lot of dedicated resources they put against this. They've built their own Facebook page, which you can see here on the left, dedicated to their contests as a whole. They've got even a dedicated Twitter account, which might be fun for you to follow along in, get a flavor of what they're doing at UT Contests. They have an index page on their website. They've got navigation built into their website around contesting. They've got a big contest database that they've been building over the last several years as they've focused on this and really powers their strategy going forward. So a great example of an individual property that's done really well with this. We're seeing this really take off with magazines. And what we've been seeing over the course of 2012 is that magazines can benefit from the revenue and audience and database that contests bring as well as anybody that's out there. Here's an example of Popular Woodworking magazine. Huge contest, over 774,000 submissions to a sweepstake contest, a workshop makeover giveaway. So a really fun contest, driving as much results as we see across the board, across our network in terms of contesting opportunities. Another example here is the folks at Farm Progress. Terrific contest that they had. They've been running many of these with great success. So what we're seeing is we move to 2013, is we believe an opportunity for 2013 to be a year where magazines really shine. We're seeing more and more magazines get serious about contesting, and as they start to put together their plans for 2013 that Julie's going to talk about, we're expecting a year from now we're going to be talking about some very big success stories for individual magazines and magazine groups around the benefits of an annual contesting plan, and they'll be putting up some very big numbers. So, I know the folks at Gatehouse were kind of in a similar place a year ago. They'd had some nice successes on individual contests, and just about a year ago they got serious about saying, let's put together a plan across our entire group and try and turn this into a really serious revenue opportunity, and the results have certainly shown that was a great decision on their part. Is that right?
Absolutely, Matt. Yeah. So Gatehouse is made up of some days, some weeklies, local websites, and then an overall strategy to increase online revenue. Email database in 2012. They come up with a plan for them. They were doing, one-off contests. They were doing some college basketball and some kids contests, and they thought, what if everyone was to do some contests throughout the year that were managed by corporate, that corporate gave them some goals towards, and they created these chain-wide contest plans that could be run very simply and easily across the entire chain, and that they would provide templates and sales kits, and each property could then add as many local contests that fit their audience and their local advertisers as they wanted to. So they did that. And they needed to plan the year-long contest strategy, and leverage their sales team. So what they did was they went after categories of advertisers. And they had sales blitzes for restaurants and for targeting the women's consumers. And they went after advertisers for the entire year and not just for a special section. In the past, they were like, oh, we've got this great special section we run. In magazines, it might be, oh, we've got this is our, annual holiday issue or our annual best of issue. And they were doing the same thing. They were doing these special sections and going out and selling them one-off. And decided in 2012 they were going to go out and sell the entire year to the categories. So they asked some key stakeholders at each property what ideas really appealed to them, and they picked the themes that really had proven results in all media and all markets across our You Pick 'em platform. They got some best practices with me and my team, and they went out and executed on it. As you see here, this is actually pulled from their niche contest calendar, like playbook. So on the left, you've got publication dates, the sales initiative itself, and then where it's going to be located. Will it have print? Will it have online? Will it have a You Pick 'em contest? Will it have classifieds? And will there be an event involved? So the first one on the list is babies. It's a required contest that is going to have print, online, a contest, some classifieds around it, and there's going to be an event as well. So this is what the calendar looked like, including revenue at the end of 2012. Actually, you could add another $300,000 to that total to bring it up to $3 million. And at the end of 2012, these are the ones that they did throughout the year. Babies, Super Bowl, Oscars, basketball, and then Mother's Day was a big one, and Best of or Reader's Choice was also huge. How they did this. So they picked the ones that they thought were going to be great. They packaged some sales kits. They did a sales rollout. They had a kickoff call for every initiative. They provided a toolkit. They personalized those contests in each market. They had sales goals in each market size. And then leveraged that sales team again. I can't stress how important that piece of it was by focusing on contests that tied in with what they were already doing. They already did something around football every year. They have a huge section called Pro Football Weekly to sell contests around football. And for the contest rollout, they always create an admin checklist for the tool. They had admin training, which we conduct and they attend and we record. And then they even have this cool thing called a Pickinator, which is a way that they internally set up and configure contests for their group. I schedule and create all the online promotions for the sites. Now, on a group-wide level, this is really appealing because then each individual property just has a few things that they have to do. Excuse me, share my screen again. Then, oh my God, hang on just one second while I share my screen again with you guys. Looks like I am, something has happened here. Hang on just a second. All right, here we go. This should be back online now. All right, sorry. You could do this throughout your whole group, or you could have something like this for an individual magazine. You could plan something like this for everyone. And just a couple of things that are including in the kickoff call. One thing is just the program and frequently asked questions, and then timelines and what sales collateral is included. Here's just a couple of examples of some of the contests that they did, some takeaways. Number one was Cutest Babies, which is our number one most popular contest theme that's run on the You Pick 'em platform, kids and babies. As you can see here, $300,000 for babies, but 2,400 submissions, 3.2 million votes. And this contest increased the monthly traffic by 20% chain-wide or group-wide. So a bump in their traffic, a bump in their audience. That is huge for them. Not only did it generate revenue, but it also generated audience. Football. This was great. I love this story because they did this at the end of 2011. They did $350,000 with pro football across their group, and we thought that was so awesome. And then 2012, they blew it out of the water and did $950,000. So $1 million in pro football. And combined 3 contests. They did pro, they did college, and they did high school. And they packaged it with their Pro Football Weekly, which is a section that goes out every week in all of their papers. And something that they were able to piggyback on, and they were able to sell that contest category to the advertisers, and for a really great package, something that was really integrated and multi. They also had the goal of increasing their email database in 2012, which they with these database drivers or internal list builder contests, which were sweepstakes. And every month, here's an example of one that did really well. This one had 6,500 opt-ins. And then their holiday sweeps had 6,500. Their pot of gold sweeps had 4,000. So they were able to increase their database by 46% in 2012 by doing these internal list builder contests. So Gatehouse says, survey your market leaders, sell multimedia and multi-month opportunities, sell multiple contests together. Don't go out and sell a pro football contest and then a month later go out and try to sell Super Bowl. Sell them all at the same time. And if you're going to talk to your local hospital or healthcare providers about a babies contest, talk to them about your salute to nurses or your paint it all pink for breast cancer awareness month at the same time. And create a contest that can be run at any time of the year. We call these evergreen contests, and that would be pets. Something like pets that can be run any time of the year. It doesn't matter what month it is. And the same thing goes for kids and babies. You can run those any time of the year. They do theirs in January. And make the content relevant to your audience. So that's why planning is so important. In our Plan It session, we actually ask you a series of questions to get you thinking about what's going to be relevant for your advertisers and what's going to be relevant for your market and your audience. And make it easy for your sales reps to sell each contest so it fits into everything else they're selling. Not just one more thing. Contests are part of what they're already doing every single day. And always be promoting. Use as a testament to promotion being key, as it was, 20% boost in audience for the month that it ran. If you do this for a group and not just an individual property, be mindful of your different size markets and your different, or regions of the country to see what would work well for them, and then also the resources that they have. And if you're doing this for a group, think about including a sales kit for everything so that all they have to do is sell. And then pick those contests that are really relevant for everyone, like high school sports or football or babies, something that's really going to resonate with across the entire country and not just specific to one region. To you about their email database, here's some more breakdown on what they did. Building that email database was a priority, and they were able to do that in 2012. So in 2013, moving forward, what are they going to do differently? The contests are just tie in with all of their marketing initiatives. They're going to include more optional contests that work in different regions. So auto racing is not going to work across the entire country. I think it can, but some groups are saying that it doesn't work everywhere. I love auto racing. Fishing and hunting, certain things that might work better in the South as opposed to the Northeast or the Northwest. And they're going to continue to build entire packages to roll out to the team. And they're going to package those contests and niche products together. They're going to continue the monthly email list builder sweepstakes. So they're going to do that, and they're going to base it off of the ones that did the best in 2012, and they're going to do even better in 2013 with building their list. So $2.7 million by the end of this year. Again, $3 million in revenue growth. 46% increase in their database for email, and then their audience growth was wonderful this year with just 20% just for their babies contest. So the Plan It program is what Gatehouse went through in order to come to this plan and to be able to book $3 million in 2012. And the program is simple. We tell you to build your team and include someone from sales and marketing and web. Plan your contest, choose the right ones, select the dates that are going to make the most sense, and then make sure you're forecasting and budgeting to grow your revenue. Of our top 10 contest ideas based on all markets and all mediums throughout our YouPick'em affiliate database. So kids and babies are at the top of the list, followed very closely by sweepstakes, which are so easy that you could run 100 of these at a time, and your readers cannot get enough of these. Local sports are always popular. Pets, right up there in the top, followed by couples. And then we've got talent, which includes anything from photos to video. Halloween, advertiser, beauty, and holidays. Beauty contests could be like bikini contests. We have seen a lot of those from our affiliates. Those are always fun to look at. And holiday contests are always really popular, which we're in right now. After we talk about the right contests for you and the ones that should be included in your calendar, we're going to talk about how you should actually monetize those contests. So asking yourself certain questions like, how are you going to promote it and where is it going to live? For example, this is a contest that ran on popularwoodworking.com that also can be run on mobile, tablet, and on Facebook. So with UCOM, you can have a Play Anywhere feature where you can play this contest on all of these 4 platforms. And the great thing about mobile and tablet, it's increasingly popular. Mobile is how I consume a lot of my, social networking sites on. And with UPick'em, you're actually able to upload photos and video from your mobile device or your tablet device, as well as vote and comment and view. So we think that in 2013, with the way that mobile is going, that being able to upload photos and videos directly from your mobile device into a contest that's running on Facebook or on, just regular website version is going to be a huge driver of participation in the next year. Play Anywhere. The one thing I want to call out is Facebook. With Facebook, any UPick'em contest can be run on Facebook, and you can run as many of them as you want, and you can run them on different pages. So you could run the same contest on your Facebook page as well as on your sponsor or your advertiser's Facebook page. You can include a like gate, which means you have to like the page in order to enter the contest. You can also include things like social boost, which is giving that entrant extra entries for asking their friends and family to enter as well, and platform boost, which is if you need to drive people to the Facebook version versus the website version, they actually get more entries for entering via Facebook, and liking that page. And then, of course, with any UPick'em contest, you have full HTML branding control over those contests that are there. We see adding their advertisers, content on their advertisers' Facebook page. You can easily do that, and you can require that user to like your advertiser before playing. So we've seen a lot of these advertiser Facebook contests popping up. And for monetizing, just ask yourself a few questions. Who is your prospect list? What type of sponsorship is it going to be? And in the planning session, we talk about all of these things, and we really decipher what is going to be best for you, for your market, for your readers. Is the package exclusive, or is it going to have multiple sponsors? How are you going to promote it? Will it have a Facebook component? Who's offering the prizes? Will it have an email opt-in? And then you can talk about what the value of all of those things are to put your package together. So after Planet 365 is over, we ask you to organize your internal team, someone from web, sales, marketing, promotion, set up a planning time with that team to go over what we went through and plan it, to really get down to like what your calendar is going to be and plan out that calendar and then execute on it. So again, with contesting, it's all about awareness, revenue, and gaining those ever-important email addresses. Like Matt mentioned before, the email addresses are the gift that keeps on giving. I like to call the email addresses the pot of gold at the end of your contesting rainbow, because while contesting are exciting for your viewers and for your readers, the email addresses are really where the money can be. In future promotions, like our friends at UT San Diego with their contest emails they send out, to get more people to enter, to your audience for those, to give more bang for your buck for your advertisers and sponsors, but really for the email initiatives that you might already be doing at your magazine, whether that's a newsletter that you're sending out that you're selling ads into, or if it's a program that you have where emails are really, really important that you need to build. So that's what I think the best part of contesting is building that universe of email addresses that you'll have forever. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of our resources and the lab that we can direct them to some great places to go?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, as you can tell, Julie and the whole team at Second Street is very passionate about contests, and really seen, particularly over the last 12 to 18 months, that they are just a tremendous fit for magazines. I think magazines as a whole have obviously been doing contests for a long time. This isn't anything new, and magazines have always been very successful at contests. What we're really just starting to see is monetization, and as the focus turns to building that email database more success than ever before. And we're really delighted to be helpful in sharing more of these insights with you over the months to come with Shweiki. Also have some great resources out at Second Street Lab, which you're always welcome to take a look at as well, all about online promotions and contests in particular. Lots of case studies, how-to ideas, analysis that we enjoy sharing with Shweiki. Or if you have a particular need, go out and take a look. And always feel free to reach out to us directly if we can be of any service to you. So, Julie, with that, I'm going to thank you for joining me. It's great to have you on this call. Great to see the success of Gatehouse and so many others in 2012. We can't wait for 2013. And we'll look forward to joining the rest of the Shweiki audience again in 2013 to share additional ideas. So much.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you.